Good morning. Hello. I got a little bit drunk last night by myself, and that's okay. But my back hurts because I probably slept weird. I tried to sober up as quickly as I could last night, but I couldn't. I felt I felt like shit, honestly. And I drank coffee. I drank water. I took a shower. I tried to get back to not being drunk. And it took a while. And I have a very low tolerance. I'm a very skinny boy. And I don't know if I should just say no alcohol, zero alcohol. Or if I can say, okay, if I'm like I just don't know if I can trust myself, man. Cause what happened last night, I do not want to happen again. Nothing bad happened. Like, I didn't drive, I didn't do anything crazy, but I basically I started feeling dizzy right away. And the more I drank, the less I could like breathe. It's that feeling when you're like, drunk people, they look like they're like having trouble breathing. Alcohol does that. Something that the alcohol does stops you from. God, I've been waiting to do that all night. Well, it's the next morning now, but oh, it feels so good. I love being sober. See, I just don't know where to draw the line, or if I need to draw a line. Do I need to say no alcohol, or do I need to say, okay, one beer, that's my rule. One beer. Or do I need to say only drinking, like never drinking by myself, Because I feel like when I'm drinking with other people, I'll be less likely to like chug the beer. Like last night, I cracked open a warm beer and basically chugged that one while I was waiting for the other ones to cool down. But anyway, damn, that postman drives so fast. Okay, so do I need to draw the line and say no alcohol, or can I just say, okay, I can drink, a beer even if I'm by myself, I can have one, as long as I make sure to like sip instead of chug, and then I can have more than one if I'm like with other people, because generally if I do that, I'll take it slower and it'll be more like me having a good time with other people instead of what happened last night, which was me jerking off and stuffing my face with popcorn and then regretting like ever drinking in the first place, because I was like stumbling. It was like I could easily walk regular, but it was like I was kind of stumbling around. Like, it's like if I just focused, I could easily just walk around and be normal, but it's like I was kind of like stumbling around. I don't know. It was not fun. Let's put it that way. It was not fun. But I have this thing where it's kind of like I like waking up after drinking. Like it's like just give me the feeling of and not hungover, but like I feel like a little bit clear-headed and relaxed and just like down to earth, if that makes sense. If I've had only a couple beers, like now I'm probably all the alcohol is gone. It's been hours. I slept, and I didn't have that much. I had three three beers. Um but yeah, it's just like I like that feeling of down to earth, relaxed. It's almost like my brain resets, and I said this to my friends before back in high school, but that was getting like not blackout, but like drunk. And I told him, I was like, there's something about this where like I feel like my brain resets. And for me, a person who's constantly building up anxiety throughout the day, I need somehow to reset. Like taking a good nap or sleeping, that's the best way to do it. But when I built up a ton of anxiety and it's 2 in the afternoon, what am I supposed to do then? Jerk off? I can't choose the choice of just binging on sweets or I'm done with that. So it's like all these crutches that I have, one of them I just took away, and that's the junk food. Because junk food, it's a way to just like, you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna sit down, stuff my face, but I'm not about that anymore. So I still have never found a way to just reset, just say, okay, I just woke up, so I'm calm, I have energy, my nerves aren't all frazzled from this happening, this happening, this happening, this happening, this happening, this happening, blah, 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 blah. And alcohol, man, I don't want to say that I'll never drink again. And I don't want to say that I think alcohol is bad and has no use for me, personally. Personally, I feel like it is a good thing. Something about it can just help. It can help me, I like, part of me wants to be, okay, completely sober. Nothing that can be considered toxic. And then the other half is like, well, I had a beer like the other day, or 2 or 1.5 or whatever, and the next morning, and well, obviously that night that I drank it, I felt relaxed and kind of down to earth and just a little bit less edgy. I feel really edgy a lot of the time. Edgy as in just like this close, like this is my stress thing, and this is the lid that just pops. My stress is always like just about to. That's how it always feels. Like, I have this thing when I wake up, I feel like something's trying to crawl out of my chest. Like, maybe I'm just fucking crazy, but it's like, it's this, I don't know how to describe it. Coffee kind of helps it. But yes, I've noticed also when I sleep too long, this happens. It's like I have this thing in my chest that like wants to crawl out. Man, I don't know. It's uncomfortable. It's like I feel like, yeah, something wants to crawl out of me. So I don't know what's going on with that. And yeah, I don't know what to do about the alcohol. So yeah, that's the update. And Merry Christmas, even though it's not Christmas.